Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. Awesome to have you guys here. I'm Marianne, and I'm going to be doing your mid-April 2021 General Tarot reading. And I apologize for not posting the April readings. I actually had an incredibly busy start to the month. I booked a film, so then I was shooting a film, and my condo got flooded, and just like all this stuff has been going on. So mid-April it is. And thank you all for your patience. I would like to start with a prayer for everyone who clicked on this video today. I pray you are happy. I pray you are healthy. I pray that you and your loved ones are safe and protected from harm, and that you are making all your best dreams come true. All right, let's get started. So what do we have going on for my Gemini friends? By the way, as usual, I will post the timestamp for the beginning of the reading for those of you who want to skip my shuffling. That's fine. But you're welcome to stay. For Geminis, please. This is actually the second reading I'm doing for you today because I only realized at the end of your first reading that I had failed to press record. So all that for nothing. Anyway, hopefully this one is good too. Just a reminder, these readings are only for your own entertainment. I'm sure you know that by now. Please take what resonates. Feel free to forget the rest. It's general. It won't apply to everyone specifically, but if you like it, you're welcome to claim it, or at least the parts that you like. It can be as real as you want it to be. So a couple more shuffles here from my Geminis for mid-April 2021. Oh, hey, 10 of Cups just popped out. That's awesome. Lots of happiness coming through here. Okay. Gemini. Please. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to do 3 cuts here. And we'll get started. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You may be able to hear more background sounds than usual. I hope that's not going to be a problem. It's just really hot in here today, and we don't have the AC on yet, so I've got all my windows opening. I just heard a motorcycle go by. You may hear a distant dog barking every so often. Please do not be concerned. This is really funny. Really funny. The last reading that I did had these exact same 2 cards in the exact same position, so that's a good sign. It's definitely a sign. So I like it. I like it a lot. We got some different cards here in the middle, but similar vibes. So that's good. Nice. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my plant is like taking over here. All right, Gemini. I see you guys coming across as very brave and almost like shiny this month. There's like a shininess to what you're doing. You're showing up as somebody that is very confident, even if you don't feel confident deep down. Like if there's something you're feeling insecure about, you definitely don't want to draw attention to it. And I don't think that you are. I think you're showing up as your best self. I also feel like some of you have been maybe working out and maybe taking better care of yourself. It's like you're showing up as very strong, maybe very fit, very confident, very shiny. And there's a real party vibe about you. Now, you may not be able to see your friends necessarily, or maybe only a select few, depending on what the, situation is where you live. I know where I live, we're all still in lockdown, but, you can still communicate with people online and Zoom and all that. But you're definitely coming across as like a very good friend and someone that's like wanting to have a good time, make the best of the situation. And I think people are seeing you as a leader this month. And you're kind of wanting to show up that way for other people. So it's a really nice vibe coming through here. I like it a lot. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. I feel like you may have actually cut someone off, or vice versa. Somebody may have cut you off. So there is a feeling of like a change in your friend group. Or who knows, could have been a coworker or something like that. But there's a feeling of having to sort of like have stronger boundaries with one or more people in your life. But I also feel with the 3 of Wands here that you've opened yourself up to new people and to new opportunities. Like you may have sensed, you know what, there's more opportunities out there for me and I need to explore them. And there's more people out there. Why do I think this has to do with your friend group? I think because of the Three of Cups in what's motivating you. This is about friendship. And over here, I noticed this line is about like advice for you. And I got the sense there's somebody that needs to go and you need to just kind of admit it to yourself and just let them go. So my sense is it's like an unsupportive friend, like a toxic friendship, or just somebody around you, maybe even several people around you that are just kind of consistently negative. You know, I don't know what that's about. You may have had some sort of fight. There may have been like a straw that broke the camel's back. But the message here seems to be that you need to embrace the idea of letting someone or something go. If it doesn't have to do with your friend group, it could be about a job that you're doing. For those of you who have been juggling two jobs, like a side job or maybe two part-time jobs, or there's a feeling of needing to kind of let one of them go, like something needs to go so that you can flourish in other areas. There's only so many hours in the day. And there's only so many people we can give our attention to. So we have to ask ourselves, is this helping me grow? Is it benefiting me? Is it helping me expand my existence? Or is it holding me back? And some of you have been dealing with something or someone that has been kind of trying to hold you back. And you've been looking at the situation realistically and thinking, you know, maybe I could deal without that person, you know, and maybe I would feel a lot more free and expansive without that person. You're definitely like kind of guarded in the present position. It's an interesting vibe because on the one hand, it's like you're showing up as being like a really good friend and really brave and confident and really gregarious. But on the other hand, it's like you're just not letting just anybody in. This Nine of Wands energy here at the top, this is the card of the wounded warrior. This is somebody that's really been through a lot, like a lot. It's like you've been on some sort of journey for a long time here, and you may have gotten to a point where you're so exhausted you almost questioned, like, why am I even doing this? But this is about finding that second wind or that third wind or that ninth wind, you know, as it were, to kind of keep going and to realize that you're closer to your goal than you are. Like if you were to go back and start from the beginning, that would actually be a much longer distance than if you were to just keep going to get to that goal. This is a 9, right? It's almost the 10. It's like, oh, you're almost there, you know, but it's also like a very guarded energy of just not letting just anybody come in and just get up in your space. If you have enemies, you're like, come at me, you know, like I will fight you and I will take you down. But more importantly, I will not let you up in my space to begin with, right? So very, very protective. Like you're really just wanting to get to the finish line and not going to let anybody knock you off course. So there's also a feeling of moving outside of your comfort zone. So you may be continuing with the same thing that you've been working towards for a long time, but you're approaching it in a slightly different way, or you're opening your eyes to a different way of doing things, maybe a different type of opportunity. Like if you I don't know, if you had a business and you're selling something, you may be thinking, well, maybe I could sell something else. Like, what are some different things I could sell, you know? Or if, you know, you work in a gig-based industry, you may be looking at opportunities that are outside of your area, right? There may be a lot of opportunities available to you, maybe even online. The Three of Wands tells me there's opportunities overseas. There's tons of opportunity around you. It's just you have to kind of broaden your perspective to look at it. So I feel like that's maybe what's been happening recently, is that you've kind of taken a broader perspective and you've said to yourself, I'm willing to be uncomfortable if it's going to get me where I want to go, right? There's an Ace of Pentacles here too. So there's some sort of new offer coming in that may help you. This could be romantic. This is about a tangible offer, Ace of Pentacles. So take it how it resonates. Somebody could be offering you a new role or a gig, or like it could even be a romantic offer. This could literally be a ring, a single rock, but not necessarily, or just starting something new. It's like there's a new angle to doing things, something concrete. Maybe we should get a clarifier, see if we get some more information here. You have two aces back to back, by the way, just before I pull that clarifier. The Magician is the ace of all aces, and two aces back to back is actually really lucky. It says you're on the right path. It would be a yes answer. If you have a yes or no answer, it's saying yes. This is really nice. Let me just pull a card here. I have the Queen of Diamonds. Nice. And I have the Five of Hearts. So I think that there is a supportive relationship here. There may be somebody who can help you. The Queen of Diamonds shows up here as the Queen of Pentacles in your near future. So this could actually be like a mother figure. We have the energy of a wealthy woman. And I know in general readings, like I tell people, like, don't take the queens or the kings as male or female, because these are general, so they will apply differently. But I think the fact that you have two queens here, that you have three queens, it's indicating a strong female energy around you. There may be, if not a mother figure, it could be a sister, it could be a female friend, but there's someone who's really, really supportive here. You may want to work with them on something new. They may be bringing in a new idea or a new angle, or helping you to manifest something new somehow. And it could be a great supporter. Like for some of you, it may just be that you need a little bit of financial help with some sort of new project, and that could come from just like asking your mom, for example, or a rich aunt. It's a very helpful vibe that's coming through here. I also see a need in the near future for you to get more rest. I have the Four of Swords here, so you may have the chance to take a little break, maybe even go on a short vacation, like in your area. There's definitely a need for some sleep coming through. I feel like you're going to get unexpected help when you kind of take a break from something. Like there's a feeling you've been working so hard, and maybe feeling like you hit a wall. I would say just get some rest. Give yourself a few days off from thinking about whatever it is that's causing you anxiety and stress, and you're going to find this solution come through, or this like unexpected help when you let go of like trying to figure things out on your own. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. If this is your energy and not like somebody helping you, this is you showing up as very, very capable of not only taking care of yourself, but all of the people around you. Like you may be taking on the role of the Queen of Pentacles, which is of somebody that is very supportive, well-to-do, and very, very efficient. Like somebody that knows what everyone needs and is actually able to provide that, and able to direct people as well. Something that you don't know here, I have two sixes here. Two sixes is also a really good combo for saying, yes, you were on the right path. You are going the way you were supposed to. Six of Wands here is a victory card. So this is when you're really happy kitty, getting everything that they want. So I do see that there's some sort of victory coming up for you. You're winning something. And I think it's something that's going to make you a bunch of money too. Six of Pentacles, it's not necessarily like a new job. It's not like a steady salary. It's more like a lump sum. So it could be like a work bonus, or a gift. It could be an inheritance. It could be a gig that you do that pays really well, but it's like a one-time type of thing. This card is also associated with charity. So you may be helping somebody else, or somebody may be helping you. Definitely getting a strong helping vibe coming through here. There is some difficult decision to be made here though, or something difficult for you. If you're asking for help, this would be saying, you will actually get help by asking. You may be thinking, I need to apply for a grant, or I need to ask somebody for money, and maybe that's something that's really incredibly difficult for you. But this would be saying, just speak up. It doesn't hurt to ask. The worst thing that can happen is you can be denied, but you can keep asking. You can ask different sources. So you may want to do some research about funding that's available for you. If some of you are thinking that you need funding for something, I think you could actually have some luck with that. Three of Diamonds. This is saying, this is about your work. It's something creative that you're doing. If you're running a business, you could get some funding for your business, but you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to ask for it. But I think you're coming across as somebody that's very talented. This would be like your Three of Pentacles in the tarot, which is about somebody who is literally head and shoulders above the rest. So you're sticking out in whatever it is that you do. and you're getting noticed. So really nice. But definitely something has to be dropped this month. There's some sort of change that you need to embrace. And it is a feeling of like cutting your losses in, if it's about your friend groups, if it's somebody that hurt you or is just unsupportive, or it's some sort of, part-time job that's taking more out of you than it's giving. This is a card of transformation, the death card. You guys probably know this by now, but it's not about actually dying. It's just like your old self dying, coming into a new version of yourself. You can see that the sun is coming up here. We can see that there are butterflies in the grass. This is a vacuum cleaner. I do need to vacuum my house. It is terrifying for my cats, so I leave it to the very, very last minute, and they all run away. Of course, they're terrified, but then they come out, and the place is nice and clean, and it's wonderful, right? So that's the thing. It's like change is scary, but it's necessary, and afterwards it's much better, right? It's like a snake that is shedding its skin, and I love that analogy for the death card because it's all good. We just need to embrace change. That's definitely the vibe that's coming through here. You need to embrace change. You need to let go of what's not working, and feel free to ask for what you want and need this month, because I think you will quite possibly get it. Of course, this is just a tarot reading, so take it for what it is, please. I'm going to take some oracle cards because I feel like seeing if there's some more messages for you. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. Oops. I just pulled this Six of Hearts for some reason. I just tapped this deck and this just popped out. Some of you are reconnecting with somebody or something from the past that made you very, very happy. I'm just going to leave that right there in the middle. I don't know. Somebody needed to hear that. Okay, I have a change in the wind. And I have TikTok. TikTok. Nice. So there is a change coming. We already got the death card, so we already know that. I feel it's coming very, very soon. I also feel like you don't want to waste too much time. You may want to take a break, but don't break for too long. I do feel like you're coming into a time, Gemini, where you're really going to shine. You're really going to show the world what you're made out of, but you don't want to rest on your laurels too long. What else? I just want to see what else is on this card. There's something around this tower. There's a zebra that is carrying a little tower on his back. This is a really interesting image. And it looks like leaves, like somebody's blowing leaves off into the wind. And it's like a similar thing that's happening from this tower as what's coming off the clock here. Do you see what I'm talking about here? And there's a hot air balloon trying to lift up the clock. So this is kind of making me think of communication weirdly, like somebody who maybe feeling a little isolated and they've been having to do everything on their own. When I see a tower, I think of isolation. And I do, and obviously a lot of us are isolated right now, or because of the lockdowns. At least we are in Toronto. Canada's kind of behind the curve with the vaccines, but it's different everywhere else. But just because you're isolated physically, it doesn't mean that you have to be isolated, because we all have the internet. If you're listening to this video, I'm pretty sure you have the internet, and which means you're privileged and you're able to communicate with anyone, anywhere in the world. There's no reason for you to be isolated. There's no reason for you to feel isolated. It's like thinking that you're isolated is like a burden that you're carrying with you. So the message that I'm getting is you just need to communicate. It's like this person that's sending out leaves into the wind. It's like send some emails, send some messages, make some calls, reach out to people, because there's a lot of possibility around you, tons of possibility around you, and all you need to do is speak up and reach out, Gemini, and the power is yours. Interesting too, I'm only noticing it now, but the Magician is actually a card that is ruled by Gemini. You guys are in charge of communication and manifestation. You're supposed to be really good at it. I know it's astrological stereotyping, but most of the Geminis that I know are really good communicators. They're really great agents. They're great advocates. They get really good at reading, So if you need to make some calls, you need to speak up, there's something you want to make happen, you are perfectly capable of making it happen. If anyone is, you are. So I like this reading a lot. I think this is cool. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'll think of something. I want to thank you again for joining me here today. It's been a pleasure doing your reading, and I hope you have a really great rest of your month. and take very good care of yourselves. Bye.